Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to be doing a quick little review tutorial on my top 3 favorite makeup brushes because I was thinking about it and I realized that I've been during these makeup tutorials I haven't been really talking about what brushes that I'm using. So I do only use a select few. For all of my face wet products, I use the same beauty sponge. This is dirty because I used it today. But this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. It's $6.99 at Ulta, or you can even get it at Sephora as well. I like this much better compared to the regular beauty blender because it does have the sharp edged side where I can get really close underneath my eyes for concealer. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be showing you my top 3 favorite makeup brushes. So if you want to see what they are, okay, just keep watching. My most favorite brush I have 2 face and 1 eye brush that I usually use just religiously. For shimmer eyeshadows, I really don't like to use a brush. I like to use my finger because I feel like the pigmentation comes off a lot stronger on your finger than it does through a brush. So you have to just make sure that you have clean hands when doing it. Obviously, you don't want to get any infections for putting dirty hands near your eyes and getting bacteria in them and everything. So just make sure your hands are clean, and I think it's a much better method than using a brush. But for crease shadows and browns and blacks and things like that, I like to use this brush right here. This is a Sigma E40 brush. It's just a regular blending brush. I believe I purchased this for $14.99 at the time. What it is now, I don't know. I got this a long time ago. This is my ultimate favorite crease blending brush. It does the job so well. Bristles never really move even after I wash my brushes. Especially in this brush, I feel like every other time I wash my brushes, the bristles move and form into their own shape. But this one seems to stay with the same shape to my eye. So it's really easy for me to just wash my brush, pick it back up again, and go straight back into blending. It doesn't really take the form of just like a poof because I've washed it. And you know, after you wash things get bigger. Like people with curly hair, like me. If I brushed this, it would be a giant poof. I'm one of those people who does not brush their hair after a shower because I get nice beachy waves out of it. But if I brushed it, it would just be really frizzy and everything like that. And I feel like that happens with some of my brushes as well. But with this one, it really doesn't. So I love this brush and I really recommend this for blending. The next brush that I love to use is it's a little pink because I used blush today. Let me get that off. This is the Real Techniques. I think this is the tapered one. Don't quote me on that, but it's this brush right here. As you can see, it's really flat. I love to use this for contouring. This is the only brush I'll ever use for contouring. I like it because the bristles are really fine. Defined is what I mean to say. They're not very flowy, if you know what I'm saying. They stay in place constantly, so I can just go right in here and just carve out my contour. Simple and easy with this brush. This brush was very inexpensive as well. I think it was like $7.99. You can get this at Ulta for. This is like the only brush I'll use for contouring. Just go right in there, blend upwards like a normal contour, and you're good to go. This blush, how many times am I gonna misspeak today? This brush really does the job and gets it done well. I've noticed that even with different products, sometimes different bronzers blend differently because of the formula, but with this brush, I'm pretty sure you could use any bronzer and get a good clean bronzer without any really like fading or blotchiness or anything like that, because it's just really defined. It picks up the product and stays in place on each bristle, so it stays really nice in place and it goes on so evenly. But yeah, I really love this brush and I highly recommend it. It's at Ulta online. You can even get it in Sephora, I think. So definitely check it out. And for my third and final brush that I love to use, this is from my grandmother. She bought me this brush. She actually bought me a whole set of these brushes, but using them for so long I had to throw some of them away because, you know, they just get old and ripped and damaged. But I've had this brush for about 5 years now, and for some reason she had gotten me a brush set for my birthday. Now, she didn't even know that I was getting into makeup, but for some reason she bought me an entire brush set. I guess because she's a grandma and she just knows. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, once you have, like, there's your mom and then there's your grandma, and your grandma has like this really weird, like, grandmotherly intellectual thing that they just know things and know how to do things. It's like once you become a grandma, you know everything in the world and that's it. You know how to do absolutely everything. I feel that way about her. Like, she just knew somehow, unless my mom told her that I was getting into makeup, but I'm pretty sure she didn't. But this brush is just a powder brush that I use every single day, and I will never give it up because it's like perfect. Some of the bristles are coming out, but that's just because it's old. But it's just such a soft brush, and it's from Phenomenal Beauty. Now, they're only online. If you haven't heard of them, you can Google them. I have no idea. This is the only bad thing. I have no idea how much she paid for the entire kit that I got. I'm pretty sure you could buy them, you know, individually. But this is the powder brush. It's dirty because I used it today. This is what it looks like. It's pretty big, fluffy, and soft. I just love it. I use it for my entire face. Even for around my eyes recently too. I've just been taking my powder. I am starting to use this NYX HD finishing powder. Trying it out, seeing what it's like. But yeah, I just pop it on there like that and just dab all over my eyes, and it works just for that. I know a lot of people like to use a smaller brush for that, but not me. I like to use a bigger brush for my eyes just because I like to get it all done in one shot. Like, I'll blend it out, make sure there's no creases from the wet concealer and foundation, and just go straight in with powder. And it really does the job. It gets the job done well. It blends out everything well, especially my contour. And yeah, this really gets the job done. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite makeup brushes that I use on a daily. I will never give these up. I will repurchase every single one of them because I just really stand behind what their quality and how they work on my face. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check any of these out at local Sephora's, Ulta's, or online. Google does exist, people, so just look them up. I'm sure you'll definitely find them. If not, you can comment me down below and I could put the link. Or I could just link the link. I can't speak today. I'll just link the link in the description if you want me to. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say except I will see you all in my next video.